My name is Sijeong Lim. I am the chair of the Division of Global Korean Studies here at Korea University. So thanks for coming to and watching online our information session today. I guess you are watching this information session or have come to actually attend physically the information session because you're interested in studying in Korea, or already studying in Korea University, but you might still wonder what Global Korean Studies is, what kind of program we offer at the Division of Global Korean Studies. So this presentation today will focus on introducing you to the academic programs we offer at our division, and also some of the opportunities the university and our division provides, such as scholarships and study abroad programs. And towards the end of the presentation, our president of the student council will give you an overview of what kind of student-oriented activities you can join, you can participate in when you come to the Division of Global Korean Studies. So to help you understand what Global Korean Studies is, I am going to begin with this map. It is a world map, as you can all see, but these words on the map represents what people around the globe associate South Korea with. You can already recognize some common words that you see in many different places of the world, right? What are those? Can you recognize a few? For instance, K-pop, Korean food, right? There are Korean beauty, Korean star, K-drama. So a lot of people seem like they are associating Korea with popular culture, contemporary culture, right? But I'd like to mention two more things, just to give you an example of how you can connect Korean studies with the study of the globe and world. If you look at the top, I don't think my pointer really works. But if you can see at the top of the blue part of the world, you see Korean War. You also see war risk. Then slightly below that, you also see nuclear threat, right? So to understand Korea, it seems you also need to understand Korea in world politics, Korea in international security order. So that gives you an example of how Korea is connected to the world, right? Another example, you see IT product and brand, right? You also see economic growth. So these are the keywords that you can relate Korea to global economy, global industry, global supply chains, right? So to better understand Korea, you will also need to have a perspective that can relate South Korea with the world economy. So definitely Korea is then more than just popular culture, right? So if you come to our Division of Global Korean Studies, working through getting Bachelor's of Art in Global Korean Studies, you will be exploring Korea, as I just said, in its regional and global context. You're also going to develop an in-depth interdisciplinary understanding of Korea that crosses the boundaries of culture, society, economics, and politics. And you will be cultivating intellectual competency in selected fields. And the fields will be selected by yourself. And we have diverse interdisciplinary subfields ranging from politics, law, economics, sociology, culture studies, and history. So you can choose some of them or all of them if you're interested in that, and use these perspectives provided by these multidisciplinary areas to formulate your own perspectives in understanding South Korea in global context. I would also like to emphasize how Korea University and our Division of Global Korean Studies might be an ideal place for studying global Korean studies, because we already have built a very multicultural environment. We have students who are both Korean and international students. We actually have more international students in some years than Korean students in our programs. So you can already engage, you can already interact with these multinational student network, which would help you build a truly multicultural perspectives in understanding issues that connects Korea with the world. We also have a international faculty, faculty educated in Europe, in Asia, in the US. And these faculty members also specialize in diverse fields of study, as I said. So it will help you also cultivate a truly multidisciplinary understanding of various problems Korea and the world face. Now I'm going to move on to introducing our academic programs. One thing that I think many of you might find quite attractive about our program is that we offer classes in both English and Korean. So based on your language proficiency, you can choose to take Korean classes, but also choose to take English classes. So let's say that you really want to learn Korean and improve your Korean proficiency, but in your freshman year, you're still not very confident in taking a Korean class, taking classes in Korean. Then what you can do is, in your earlier years, when you're still freshman, sophomore, you can try to take more classes in English, and then slowly, gradually, moving on to take more advanced Korean classes in later years. So that is possible in our program. Of course, the Division of Global Korean Studies is part of Korea University. So you can also take advantage of the university-wide dual major program, double major program, which means in addition to your primary major, which will be the Division of Global Korean Studies, you can choose another major and be a double major student. And that extra major that you'll be choosing is also entirely up to you. So for instance, you can combine Global Korean Studies with business. You can combine Global Korean Studies with sociology. You can combine Global Korean Studies with Korean language and literature. So these are all available options. You can choose, I guess, towards the end of your second year. You also have an option not to do a double major, but to do an intensive GKS major, which means you more intensively take courses just in one major, which then will be the Global Korean Studies. So, what kind of classes we offer? More specifically, in our program, we have 3 specializations. It doesn't mean that you need to choose one of these. It just means that we have 3 different groups, categories, themes of courses. Firstly, culture, civilization, and society. Under this specialization, you have various courses such as Understanding Seoul, Civil Society in Globalizing Korea. Next, we have a specialization labeled International Relations and Cooperation. Under this specialization, we offer courses such as Korea and World Politics, Global Korea and its Foreign Relations. Lastly, we have a specialization that we call International Commerce and Business. under this specialization, you can explore areas such as issues in Korean economy, Korea and global corporations. So how are you going to take all this? How are you going to navigate in our curriculum? So if you, once you join our program, if you decide to do a double major, meaning that you choose GKS as your first major, and then you choose a second major, then you need to take 36 credits from your first major course list, which means 36 credits of Global Korean Studies major classes. This will be equivalent to approximately 12 classes in college. And then you also have decided to do a second major, right? Let's say you have chose to do a second major in economics, for instance, then you need to take additional courses from your second major in addition to some remaining credits from all the other general course list. There are something called general education, about 10 classes or 30 credits. These are courses on more general education, such as writing, language, foreign language, things like that. But then I said you also have an option not to do a double major, but just to do intensive GKS major, right? In this case, you need to take more classes from our GKS course listing. So 63 credits compared to here, if you don't do an intensive major, 36 credits. So these are the main differences of choosing a double major versus intensive major. But this decision you don't have to make during your freshman year or maybe while you're watching this information session, but just to give you an idea how you might pursue your degree once you join the program. Next, some information about scholarships. At the College of International Studies, which the Global Korean Studies is part of, we are planning a the division level scholarship called a GKS Honor Scholarship, a full scholarship which will be provided to the best of the best students. But then you could also explore various scholarship options that are provided at the Korea University level. So university level scholarships for international students. So we have scholarships for both newly admitted students and current students. So you might be, based on your credential, qualified for newly admitted student scholarships. But if you do well, you can continue to receive scholarships that are provided for current students. If you are Korean nationals, there are also scholarships designed and provided for Korean students by the university. So you can check these types of scholarships out. Next, some information about internships. We actively encourages your internship experiences and are willing to coordinate your internship opportunities. You can have your internship experiences from public, private, and international organizations, as well as NGOs. Some students do an internship at embassies, also culture centers. We also have, at the university level, KU Korea Development Center, which can also provide various internship opportunities. And we are providing a link to the center for you here. There are also various different options for you when it comes to the study abroad programs. Korea University at the university level has exchange programs with about 1,000 outstanding universities and institutions in almost 100 countries around the world. So you can quickly check out the map here. We have, for instance, in Europe, we have an exchange agreement with, for instance, University of Amsterdam. In Asia, University of Tokyo. In Oceania, Australian National University. in the US, University of Washington, in Chile, University of Chile, just to give you a few examples. But also importantly, we are running our own exchange programs at our College of International Studies. As I said earlier, the Division of Global Korean Studies is part of the College of International Studies. So you are also eligible to apply for our college level, not university level, but college level exchange programs, for instance, with the National University of Singapore in Singapore. Lastly, career prospect. Graduates of the Global Korean Studies Division are probably holding various wide range of career goals, which would include definitely working in the public sector, such as public institutions, becoming a diplomat, working in the media sector, becoming a journalist, but also private sector, working at multinational corporations and startups, non-profit sector, working at international organizations and non-governmental organizations. Many of the graduates from College of International Studies also seek advanced degrees. They go for their master's degrees and PhD degrees in overseas, but also at Korea University, advanced to study at law schools, and etc.
Good afternoon. This is Yeryoung, the first president of the Division of Global Studies. As the new division that is going to write a new history, it is a great honor to be here to introduce about the DGKS Student Council activities. Since it is a newly established division, it is held under the Emergency Response Committee system in the first semester. On the November 25th, the first student body of the DGKS was elected and launched. We name it GIGS to refer that we always challenge and achieve a lot with extraordinary ideas, with the letter GKS in it. The current student body consists of 3 departments: Department of Media and Welfare, Department of Planning and Cooperation, and Finance Management. For the brief explanation about events held at the Student Council level this year, there were DGKS NEC events, cheering for the exam and DGKS opening party, and KUSI's live night and KUSI's year-end party progress with the College of International Studies, and also KU events like 대동제, Ypsilanti, and Korea Yonsei Games are included. Currently, there are DGKS end of semester party and preparation for freshman camp, and also further, we are planning 2 events that can be specialized in the characteristic of our division. We, DGKS, are just getting started. We made a great effort to lay the foundation. The first one is enactment of the bylaws. All the members of ERC entered the special committee for the bylaws. Sticking to the basis, we are focusing to the rights of international students and the great culture for juniors who will enter future. Secondly, organizing the furniture and items needed for the student room. Our student room is located at the International Study Halls and is used for the breaking and study. Lastly, we opened the official DGKS Instagram account and post card news, announcements, and other stuff. The most important part of me is establishing culture to remove the boundaries. In short, mingle. We mingle as DGKS, which is the division of normally has more international students than Koreans. DGKS is the second division in KU that elected international representative, electing 1 in each class to gather more opinions. We provide the meeting plans and after that, upload the minutes and stenographic record with summary. And we also translate notice, announcement, and guidelines. As the first student body, we will actively make a voice on behalf of our students, and we are trying to make all students can actively speak out. Next, take a close look at the plan and future of the DGKS through the 6 core pledge of GIGS. reorganize the department of the DGK student body system for efficiently, and plan to establish the new culture and events for the DGKS by reflecting the student opinions, promote exchange with other universities such as Korean Studies Academy, meeting with experts, and discuss Korean studies field of interest. Vitalize SNS by adding various contents like news, announcements, promotions, and also upload car news about Korean studies every month. I expect it to recharge academic interest and the effect of promoting DGKS. So this is the end of our student council presentation. We, the geeks, will always endeavor to ensure the welfare of students, will communicate, and actively reflect feedback in all activities. We also ask you for your continuous interest in every step of DGKS and CIS Student Council. If you have any inquiries, please contact the emails and official account of DGKS. Thanks for listening.
Hi again. Now we are moving on to some practical information. To give you some guideline on how you might want to apply for the Division of Global Korean Studies, we have no set quota per each major for international students admissions. But to check more details about the admission requirements, such as the language proficiency, I would recommend you to visit the Korea University Office of International Affairs. So here we're providing a link. And in case you are a Korean national watching this information session, but have received all your education outside of Korea, then your admission information should be at the Korea University Admissions Office, not the Office of International Affairs. So then you'll need to visit a different institution under Korea University. So make sure that you look for the information at the right place. And many of you watching this session might be wondering when the application period starts. But the thing is that our fall 2023 and spring 2024 schedule has not been announced yet. But you can use the previous year's information as to guess, just to estimate when the admissions will likely be open. So for instance, the last fall admission, fall 2022 admission was open early March. So if you want to apply for our fall 2023 if you want to apply in fall 2023, you can guess that probably the admissions period will start in March. And if you are thinking of applying for 2024 spring, then it's very likely that our admission will open sometime in August, right? So please check for more accurate schedule, the Office of International Affairs website. And again, if you are Korean who has received all education overseas, then you should check the KU Admissions Office website. If you want to know still more about our division, there are also some resources available online. We have promotional videos. We also have student video contest winners, student vlogs. So if you can just type in KU DGKS or Division of Global Korean Studies, you should be able to find many resources online on YouTube, for instance. And lastly, here are some contacts that might be useful if you need some more information. Admissions Office for international students and Koreans who received all education overseas, and our CIS, College of International Studies Administration Office information in this final slide. Okay, then I think this is it. Thank you again for coming to the information session and also watching the information session online. I really look forward to meeting some of you next year or the year after. So thank you.